Will versus Lolo, another group match. This one should be quite exciting. Lolo doing alright? Okay, Lolo seems to be doing alright. Lolo seems to be doing just dandy. I wasn't expecting that chain to work for Lolo, but Lolo took that game round one fairly well. Love to see it. Lots of purples early. No extension there. Conversion into harassment. Put the yellow on top of that, blue on top of the yellows. Conversion of the tail into harassment. 3-chain harassment's gonna be really strong. And then finish that off with the main chain. No way to compete. Very classic style of play. Got a bit of a sandwich thing going on for Lolo. Excess reds they don't know what to do with. Not really good. Okay. A little bit of a route for the pieces to finish the main chain. Now they happily extending. Just setting up that main chain. Will also happily extending, not quite getting the pieces that they need. A little bit behind there. And it doesn't quite get the extension, the long chain that they wanted out of that one. Every time I see players, like I watch them, they always seem so manageable as opponents, but whenever I fight them, I don't do very well. Will... Where there's a will, there's an unwieldy trigger that's prone to breaking. So 8 chain on the part of Lolo. Chain predictor says 9 for Will. That's not going to be enough for Lolo to count it. So Will's going to take that first game. Both players seem to be pretty chill in terms of building. They don't really like bothering each other too much. That makes them very niceys and polite. And again, with the unwieldy trigger, like technically it'll work. You're gonna want to put a see color conflict on the part of Will. This is gonna be harassment from Lolo. Honestly, forces Will to pop that. So, forces Will to pop those greens as a color conflict, use the purple as an extension. Gets a 10 or higher, but decides to go for the even greedier extension with the greens on the other side. Doesn't quite get the pieces in time. Gets caught by that attack from Lolo. So the problem with Will's triggers, and I know that I keep saying like unwieldy, the problem with Will's triggers specifically is that they're just so much lower than the base for the main chain. Right, so that's not going to connect all the way down, right? So Will's going to need to pop those greens, but the purples are going to pop there too. Lots of color conflicts and like trying to build up the height on these triggers. Those are the two main problems I'm seeing, is just like color conflicts on the second floor and not reaching the proper height difference for like struggling to meet the height for the trigger. So there's a fairly flat trigger here on the second floor and a possible harassment by popping that yellow 2 chain that he's not gonna opt for some reason. It's gonna break everything early. So Lolo's gonna catch that and respond with the full chain. And part of it is like cleanup can make for a very fast and powerful harassment. But Will tries to avoid popping excess pieces as much as possible, which is... Okay, so this time Will has a fairly high trigger, right? But still not finished unless they put the purple on top of the yellows in column 6. So he's gonna do that now. Set that off with the yellows. And that should be a full 10. Lolo also has a 10. Lolo has an 11. They both have an 11. So that was very close. It's always really satisfying when both players just have a really long chain. Just like Lolo just has more space to be able to extend. And of course, chaining on that really tippy-top high floor is always going to be a struggle, but yeah. Very good games. Fun watch.